Okay, August 25th will mark the 70th anniversary of the release of The Wizard of Oz. Now tell me, there was really very few food references in The Wizard of Oz, so how did you come up with this week's recipes?
Well, this time I just had to go with the obvious for this, the lollipops. You know, the Lollipop Guild is such a famous part of the beginning when she first lands in Oz, so I decided to do a couple variations on a lollipop.
Is it hard to make candy?
This was actually one of my first serious ventures into candy making. I mean, we did some at culinary school, and I'd done some before, but this was really interesting for me because I had to experiment with a lot of different temperatures and find my hard work melted all over the counter the next morning. Depending on how hot it is where you are, how humid, you know, you're going to have different results. Overall, it's not terribly hard. It's just going to take some patience. You know, it's going to take a good full afternoon for you to do this. But it's fun. It is. It's interesting, and I think you can learn a lot from it.
Tell me first, the Lollipop Guild swirled suckers. How do you make those?
Well, those are starting with a basic hard candy recipe, and then you're going to flavor and color the different batches. Then you twist them up. You make ropes like you would out of Play-Doh or something, and then just experiment with different shapes and different designs and color combinations. If you want to do different flavors for each color, you can. I wouldn't really recommend it because if they're all swirled in there together, you're going to have a mixture of like your strawberry and your peppermint or whatever it is you're going for, which, you know, maybe you're fine with that, but either way, you want to do in separate bowls. Try to work quickly. If your candy begins to harden before you are where you want to be, just put it over a little simmering water and let the steam kind of take it back to a softer state.
And you also made shaped lollipops.
Yeah, I did. It's the same recipe. You're going to take it just a little hotter. With the swirled lollipops, I tried a couple different temperatures. I tried taking it just to 260, then tried like 280, and kept going with that. Again, depending on your humidity and your temperature around where you are, you're going to need to take it a little farther to get it to stay. But for these shaped ones, you're going to want to stick to 300 degrees, which is your hard crack stage. And you can either do molds, so you can buy the molds. You can do free form on like a slab of sprayed marble, or cheat like I did and find a cookie cutter, a stainless steel. Don't use plastic. Stainless steel cookie cutter. Try to shape them, let them cool until they're holding their shape but still a little pliable. Then you stick the stick in, press it in there really well, and you'll have a shape. And you can do that for any occasion. I mean, they even have letters that you can find cookie cutters for. You could spell out something in suckers, whatever. There's a lot of options for you to do in that.
And you also have over the rainbow cheesecake pops.
Yes, yeah, those are really good. It's a basic cheesecake, like you do a filling for cheesecake without the crust. You're gonna bake it in a water bath and then scoop it out with your hands, roll it around, and stick a stick in it, dip it in chocolate. Now you want to make sure that the cheesecake part is very firm, very cold when you're working with it. Otherwise, you're gonna have a mess. Stick to the freezer, in and out of the freezer. Keep with that. Instead of lollipop sticks for any of these, I use bamboo skewers because they're cheap. They were like $1 for 100 of them. You want to put those into the cheesecake after they've been frozen for just a little while. Otherwise, the ball that you just carefully rolled will just smush. You're going to heat the chocolate with some butter. And it makes the chocolate a little more stable. If you just heat the chocolate, it can seize up very easily if any water is introduced to it. So this makes it a little easier. Melt the butter with the chocolate, make sure it's really smooth, and you can dip the pops in there and then straight into whatever kind of topping you'd like. I use sprinkles for the rainbow effect. You could use cocoa powder, cocoa nibs, different kind of crushed nuts, whatever you'd like.
Sounds good.
It is. Thanks.
Thanks.